jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Made like a Monday, Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front. I got it behind me. My Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Woo. Money back, money back, money and back. And with me pretty too. They look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you at the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from the StubHub Center in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 488. Woo! Get him, get him. Woo! 26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Prescott now on second down. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Here you go. 26.
To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Set, 380. 0.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers going for the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization, but think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, in Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
Here you go, 46. Here you go. 26.
Second down, Prescott eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Here we go, 47, 47. Go, get out there. Gun. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 2nd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He's going to get it running right. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Chargers offense returns to the field. And earlier, Charles, you and I were talking about Phillip Rivers and his season and his age and all of that. But if you look at the Chargers season, yes, they fell short against the Patriots, but they had a pretty good year.
To put it mildly, I mean, can you imagine finishing 12-4? And not only did they not win their division championship, they ended up being seeded number 5 in the playoffs and had to go on the road twice. Won at Baltimore, lost in New England. 12-4 usually gets you at least one home field game. Didn't even happen, yet they were managing to win a playoff game and serving notice to the rest of the league. They plan to be around in 2019.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rivers now on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play on 3rd down for the Chargers. 56 yards.
0. White. Yeah, Rocket. Come on.
They go play action here on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Second down, Rivers. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Delta!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Prescott. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, get out, get out. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Well, as they take the field here for the next drive, let's talk about the AFC Championship game. How excited are you for Mahomes and Brady, Chiefs and Patriots?
I'm very excited because, remember, this is a rematch game, just like in the NFC, where they played in the regular season, but this time the site is different. Regular season, they were in Foxborough, and Tom Brady and the Patriots won late against Kansas City. But how about this? The first quarterback to have a 50-touchdown season, Tom Brady, he's taking on the latest to do so in Patrick Mahomes.
And you've also got the likely MVP in Mahomes against arguably the greatest to do it all time. The storylines here just at the quarterback position are limitless.
Yeah, and remember we said they met in the regular season? It was 43-40, the win for the Patriots in Foxborough, but Kansas City won.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. And caught by Henry. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
Alpha! Hey. Ready? Hey, Rocket. 12. 5-4. Beat hot.
to the air again here. Rivers able to shake him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Yo, Rocky. Keep it skinny.
Check, watch the D4, watch the D4. I don't think you got it, son.
Hey. Behind.
From the gun, Rivers going deep here for Allen. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives.
Let's go.
We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs. And
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 46 yards.
5-4.
First down, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Hey.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
White. Hey, Rocket. Keep it skinny.
Rivers again. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams from 13 yards out. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Rolling to his left. And an alley to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Go, get out there.
Prescott on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Now the try here for the point after. Point after, right down.
What's up with all that shit talking you doing earlier?
To 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Switch, hey. 46. Gun. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, 46. Go. Get out there. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they were... And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jalen Smith in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here you go.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
Go to 54. Wide. Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put
is pretty
a star.
big.
I put a star.
Gun. Here you go.
A first down throw for Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go, 46, 46. Gun. Woo. Gun. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun.
And the blitz does come. He's going to go up top. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Going underneath for Gordon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Load it.
Rivers to throw this time. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Here you go, man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, I want to go load it. Load it. What?
Throwing, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here you go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here we go, 46. 36.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Prescott now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Again to Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here you go. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. 47. 26.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Prescott now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Back to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. This offense trying to take the lead after trailing by 16. They've got it 1st and goal right here. One last shot now for Prescott. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm